Welcome to your Leo yoga embodiment practice. Let's fire it up. Come to the top of your mat with your feet together, finding a moment of stillness, getting quiet, coming into the present moment, and taking a few deep breaths. Perhaps rocking back and forth a little bit, exploring your balance, maybe even side to side along the circumference of your feet before finding your plumb line, your balance, the core channel, or the axis of your being, bringing your awareness along your spine and drawing your senses inward for a moment to begin. Pratyahara, the inward drawing of the senses. And then inhaling, expanding the low belly. Exhaling, contracting the low belly. Inhaling, expand. And exhaling, contract. Firing up that engine of the breath. Inhaling and exhaling, continuing to breathe deeply, using the belly to inhale and then exhaling, contracting, hugging the navel inwards towards the spine to contract and expel out, release stagnant energy, breath. And with every inhale, expanding and exhaling, contract, keeping that breath going and creating that ujjayi breath, that victorious breath, by slightly, ever so gently, constricting the back of the throat to create the sound of the ocean. As you continue to inhale, inflating the low belly, and exhaling as you contract. See if you can elongate the exhale. Gorgeous. Gently opening the eyes and awakening by lifting the arms up to greet the sky, the sun, the ruler of Leo, and exhaling, forward folding into our sun salutation. Gently lift and lengthen. Exhale, placing the hands on the ground, looking forward as we come into our Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, the heart opens. Leo has a big lion's heart. And exhaling back into our downward facing dog. Staying here for 5 deep breaths, taking up space like a Leo would. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, contract. All 5 fingers pressing back, pressing deeply into the floor as we press back, allowing the hamstrings to elongate and lengthen while the heels melt gently towards the floor. The brain is heavy in the head while the neck is relaxed. And then looking forward, you can hop or step to the top of your mat as you come up, rolling up the spine, protecting the low back, vertebra by vertebra. Taking a moment to repose in the after effect of this glorious sun salutation. Noticing the effects of this movement on your entire being. And just taking a moment to radiate like the sun. And in our next round of Surya Namaskar A, let's bring in playfulness. Leo rules over affections and play. And lifting up joyfully to greet the sky, playfully, maybe even smiling as you bow forward with reverence to the sun. Gently lift and lengthen. The crown comes forward as the tailbone reaches back. Stepping back, shoulders over wrists, looking forward, bending the elbows, bending at the elbows. Inhaling, the heart opens, smile. Exhaling, rolling back over the toes, flipping over the toes in a way that's safe for you as you come into your second downward facing dog of this practice, celebrating the Leo archetype, the lion, that regal lion energy. Inhaling, exhaling. A few more breaths here in your inversion. Letting it be playful, perhaps moving around slightly, shaking the head, yes to no. Affectionate. Approaching your practice with affection. Letting the seriousness melt away for now. And when you've completed your fifth breath, looking forward, stepping forward or hopping forward, and rising up perhaps with a flat back or rounding. Greeting the sun and bringing the hands back to the heart center. Taking a moment, releasing the hands down, palms facing forward, and just shine your heart bright like the sun. You might even like to visualize the sun at the heart center, the morning sun rays. The sun is the light of consciousness. Our sun salutations are designed to bask in the reverence of the sun, hopefulness. Just taking a moment to visualize the sun at the heart center, awakening, and playfully lifting up again for a third Surya Namaskar A. Exhaling, bowing down. Gently lift and lengthen. And exhaling, stepping back into our proud plank position, the proud lion. The elbows are hugging in as we open the heart and exhaling back. So this luxurious lion loves the pleasures of life. So let this be pleasurable. As you inhale and exhale, feeling the sensations and enjoying them. And stepping forward, looking forward. And rising up with a flat back or rounding up, greeting the sun as we bring the energy back to the heart center, completing our third round of Surya Namaskar A, releasing the hands, basking like a lion in the sun, reposing in the after effect of this movement, this healing movement, this detoxifying movement, strengthening movement. And again, moving through Surya Namaskar B, let's come into our chair pose and bowing forward, gorgeous, gently lift and lengthen again, pressing the hands firmly into the earth as you step back, engaging the navel, staying strong here. Exhaling, the elbows hug in, inhaling. Big lion's breath, exhaling back. So we'll take some lion's breaths here to get into that lion energy of Leo. So inhaling, and as you exhale, open the mouth and stick out the tongue and roar like a little lion with your exhale, the ha sound. Inhaling and great. Lifting the right knee to come forward into our Warrior A. The back foot comes down at an angle while the knee is over the heel here. And then coming down, once you've enjoyed your posture, to the floor. Excuse me just a moment. I had to dress up because Leo loves a wonderful outfit, loves to be seen, loves to be creative and express itself. And inhaling, rising up through your vinyasa and back, taking a lion's breath here, inhaling. Exhaling, stick out the tongue. Gorgeous. We're going to lift the left foot and bring it forward, dropping the back heel at an angle, rising up into our warrior A, greeting the day, exhaling, coming down, moving through this beautiful vinyasa, opening the heart, protecting the back, exhaling, taking a few breaths here. Beautiful. Few more deep breaths. If that lion's breath felt good for you, could feel free to use it any time during this practice. And coming forward. And rising up, rolling up the back. Gorgeous. We're going to move through one more Surya Namaskar B, playfully, joyfully, and affectionately. So you can touch the floor and sweep up into your chair pose before bending forward here. Inhaling, gently lift and lengthen. Exhaling, down to the earth. Inhaling, rising up, and exhaling back. Beautiful. Lifting the right paw and coming into our warrior A on the right side. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and lifting the left foot, stepping forward. Inhaling, rising up, and just moving through here, creating some heat. Leo is a fire sign, so we're generating heat here, and perhaps you want to take a lion's breath, sticking out the tongue. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Taking a few more breaths here, pressing back through all 5 fingers, allowing the hamstrings to lengthen, relaxing, releasing the neck. And coming forward whenever you're ready, and rolling up the spine. Beautiful. We're going to do some heart-opening postures on the mat. So grab some water and join me on the earth. You can come down through a vinyasa if that feels aligned for you. Let's take up some space before we do some heart opening and come into a wide-legged forward fold. So opening up the legs, just opening up the heart for a moment and coming forward gently just for a few deep breaths. Leo rules over play and affections, as I mentioned, and therefore children too. So we can look at the sign of Leo or even the 5th house to look and see if you have any karma to have a child or what role children will play in your life also. Taking a few breaths here as you open your hips and bowing forward if that feels right, releasing. And then let's bring the feet in a Baddha Konasana. And you can even playfully butterfly your legs. And then let's bow forward. So Leo, ruled by the sun, is a leader and loves to be appreciated. So if you have any Leos in your life, or if you are a Leo, ask for that feedback, that positive feedback. A Leo needs lots of positive affirmation. So that is definitely the way to win a Leo over. Leo also loves luxury and can be extravagant. So this Leo season, watch out for potentially overspending. That fiery energy can just burn through your budget. Let's come back down to the earth. So just finding yourself on the mat. We're gonna open the heart. Leo has such a big, beautiful heart. So again, just coming to the mat, bending the knees, placing the feet on the mat, feeling your sacrum and your entire back supported by the earth beneath you. Beautiful. And let's just roll up and down the spine to begin. The arms can come up and follow the movement of the body. And I'm even rocking my pelvis forward. So if you've been in with me in past classes, we've been doing a lot of rocking along the sacrum, the sacred bone. So feel free to integrate that movement as well as you lift up, lifting the hips, engaging the glutes here, and exhaling, roll down, just warming up the spine. Leo rules over the back, actually, in Western astrology. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's come into a bridge pose to further activate, awaken the heart. Back bends creates a sense of enthusiasm. You'll notice after a back bend, it's very energizing. So Leo is full of energy. We definitely want to tap into and honor that vibration. So lifting up, you can imagine even a strap along your thighs, whereas your legs stay parallel rather than splaying out. See if you can engage maybe even that internal rotation. Your shoulders can kind of walk underneath you even. And I'm protecting my neck by placing the back of my head firmly into the mat. And I can even lift my chin up slightly away from my chest to engage that action further. And then I'm going to walk my hands underneath me and clasp them here while I press down to lift up my glutes, engaging my pelvic bowl, exploring, feeling, and breathing. Breathing deeply. A few more breaths here. Feeling the fire, feeling the heat. Brave, courageous Leo. Gorgeous. Rolling down, vertebra by vertebra, and releasing the posture into a little mini Shavasana. Taking a moment just to bask in the after effects, noticing what happened, what sensations were present for you, and what is the rebound, what's happening now? What's the echo of the effort you just put in? And then we're going to move into some back bends. As you know, I'm not the most bendy person, but it's still good for us nonetheless. Of course, yoga is best for people who cannot touch their toes, even though often people will say, but I can't touch my toes. Well, then you definitely need more yoga. If you're already hyper flexible, then maybe, there's a strengthening component. We want that active flexibility. So let's just rock up and down the sacrum. If your sacrum was a clock, the 3 fused vertebrae at the low back, you're rocking between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and then go between 3 o'clock and 8 o'clock, rock side to side, and maybe even make some big circles around the sacrum before we move into our full expression of this wheel pose. And then coming back into the posture, again imagining that you have a strap along the thighs so they're staying parallel rather than splaying out like Baddha Konasana. And then I'm going to flip my wrists, and even my elbows wants to splay out here, so bringing my elbows in, and then I'm just simply going to lift up. You can come through the top of your head if that makes sense for you. And breathing, I'm reaching forward even. I'm pressing myself forward. Few breaths here. Upward facing bow. And whenever you're ready, coming back. Gorgeous. Well done, my lions. Taking a moment, maybe you even want to knock your knees in or sway them side to side before we go into our second of 3 rounds of our bridge pose. If you have a strong bridge pose and you want to stay lifted longer, please do so. And again, moving up into our upward facing bow. Breathing. And whenever you're finished, staying as long as you like, coming back down. For me, that's a lot on the wrists, so I'm just gonna shake out my wrists, give a little bit of movement in there before moving into our 3rd round. So, taking your time, resetting yourself, feeling supported by the earth beneath you, grounding in with your feet, committing to keeping the legs with a slight inward rotation, parallel rather than splaying out. Same with the arms. And flipping the wrists and getting excited to come up. Staying aware, breathing deeply. And whenever you're done coming down, perhaps you have a really strong bridge pose and you want to stay lifted, please do. If not, come down and rest in Shavasana for the end of our short, brief practice. So you may be feeling energized and enthusiastic after those upward facing bow, the wheel posture, back bending. And just noticing this is a tool you have in your arsenal to create a sense of enthusiasm, energy, and joy. If you're trying to go to sleep, back bends are not going to be your go-to, but if you really want to get in that Leo spirit, that playful, enthusiastic, affectionate energy, this is a great pose for you. Taking a few breaths here in our Shavasana, resting and releasing. Relaxing your feet, relaxing your calves and your shins, your knees and your thighs, hamstrings, relaxing your quadriceps and your whole pelvic bowl. Relaxing the belly, the abdomen, and the back, the side waist. Relaxing the stomach and the rib cage. Relaxing the lungs and the diaphragm. Relaxing the chest and the shoulders. Relaxing the neck. And the arms. Relaxing your hands. And relaxing your head, your eyes and nose, the mouth. Let the tongue be heavy in the mouth. Lips slightly part. Surrender into the mat. And feel the harmonious distribution of all the juicy, beautiful Leo energy that we cultivated in this short practice. sensation of floating, a dissolving of the body outline, peace. And coming back, listening to any sounds in the room, noticing the temperature, wiggling your fingers and your toes before reaching up and stretching, bending the knees and rolling over to one side, cradling the ear on the bicep, and staying here in the fetal position if that resonates and feels good, or coming up. I want to show you one more lion-esque pranayama. It's actually named after the lion, and it's a little bit intimidating. And I'm gonna look a little bit funny, but that's okay. Leos are performers. It's fine. So we can come onto our knees just to finish up our practice together here in Vajrasana. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale, and then we're gonna exhale, stick out our tongue with our lion's breath and press away like this. And we're gonna stick out the tongue, but we're also gonna take it to the next level. And we're gonna look at our third eye. So it's gonna be like this. We're gonna inhale and exhale. So I look a little crazy. Get into your performing artist Leo, wants to be the center of attention, loves it. And be brave and courageous here. This is a powerful breath to get into that lion energy, and also will help us to push away anything we don't want in our lives, to take up space and be the leader that we desire to be. So if you want to think about something you want to say no to in your life that isn't serving you anymore, you can channel this energy into that, or simply just follow along. So closing down the eyes, taking one normal, regular breath, just to reset, and then inhaling and exhaling with the lion's breath, sticking the tongue out as you look up as the third eye. Fantastic. Let's just do a few more of these powerful breaths. Okay, I don't want to scare you, but if you love this breath, integrate it into your practice, make it your own. And you could even keep going a few more times. I'm going to leave you here. Enjoy every moment of your Leo season. Be the star, take up center stage, and be the playful, affectionate, and proud lion to awaken and embody this beautiful archetype. Sending you so much love. Namaste.